Eyes of a child, so innocent and pure. A child's heart is full of song. Take their tiny hand and lead them to the light. As adults we see pain in the world, and it sometimes don't seem right. Through the eyes of a child, the world seems magical. There's a sparkle in their eyes, they've yet to realize the darkness in their soul. The beauty of the smile, adventurous and wild. Life is kind of gay, but it doesn't seem that way through the eyes of a child. So don't give up, even when the road seems long. Just find that child inside of you. Yeah, you gotta find you. Spread your wings and fly to the brightest through the eyes of a child.
From Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California, the Indianapolis Clowns make their much-anticipated MLB Stadium debut against the Savannah Bananas. Over 45,000 fans have converged on the Big A to see Jackie Bradley Jr. back in a big league park as JBJ and the Clowns are fresh off a series split with the Firefighters in Montgomery. While a red-hot Ryan Cox helped the Nanners sweep the Coconuts out of San Diego to clinch the first spot in the Banana Ball Open, which is now less than 3 weeks away. The Clowns at 2-5, still vying for one of those final 3 spots in our midseason tournament as we welcome you inside with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us here in virtual Banana Land, and a happy Big Tiger Friday to everybody who celebrates at home. Our first of 2026, and what a fantastic Big Tiger Friday it is. We get to see the Clowns face off against the Bananas for the first time.
And look, when we were here in Anaheim a season ago, this was one of the most entertaining series, and now it's the Clowns who get to be a part of that this season, and they have looked really strong offensively. The pitching still coming along for Indianapolis, but they get to lean on a former Major League veteran in Jackie Bradley Jr. across this weekend, which should be a big help. And as for the Savannah Bananas, they are coming off of yet another series sweep against the Loco Beach Coconuts in a very impressive 2 games in San Diego.
Let's take a look at those very 2 games you speak of, Mr. Talevsky. The Nanners and Coconuts doing battle in Petco Park, home of the Padres, Austin Krzminski. Couple years as a Savannah Banana, a fantastic one at that, and against his former team, Kyle Jackson not letting him off the hook in the first 2-out walk-off single, then Reese Alexiadis the walk-off double in the 3rd. Drake Fontenot coming in from the pen, no different for KJ. Walk-off double to win the 4th inning, 3-0 Nanners just 4 frames in.
And it was Austin Drury who threw 4 scoreless innings to help the Bananas go up 3-0. Now Jacob Azala pitching in the 6th, gives up the ball 4 sprint to Ben Parker that puts the Loco Beach Coconuts up 2 runs in the inning. Ben Parker in the bottom half, he's got the diving play to earn them a point. Now Graham Besser, he's struggling with control in the 8th. He plunks 3 straight batters, 2 runs already in for Loco Beach. Sal Jacobo on a 2-0 count. That's a single right up the chute. They plate 3 in the top half of the inning. They would cut it to just a 1-point game, but Danny Do-It-All in the 9th inning would earn the save and the win for the Bananas on night 1.
So we go to the Sunday matinee. Andy Archer, another guy who spent a couple years with the Savannah Bananas, and another rude greeting. How about DR Meadows? The first 4-base sprint in BBCL history. A 3-1 inning lead would turn it to a point thanks to that hat catch by the fan in the lower deck. So 1-0 into the 3rd until one swing from Tanner Allen tied the game up. His second homer, his second walk-off. They both won the 3rd innings.
Now let's stay with those left-handed bats of Loco Beach. Next inning, Eric Osberg facing off against Cowboy Kyle. That's his first career banana ball bomb. Loco Beach now up in the contest. Now in the 5th, Jake Peavy against Shane Victorino. 2 former major leaguers facing off, and the battle won by the former Cy Young Award winner in Jake Peavy. Still a 2-1 game in the bottom of the 6th. How about Jackson Olsen trying to go through the legs, and it would prove to be a costly trick play miss. Next batter, Jordan Brewer, a single into right field, and a very close play at home plate, but Tanner Allen just narrowly gets the foot in ahead of the tag from Bill Leroy. And now with a 3-1 count, Armani Henderson, he swipes second base. The call on the field is out, but on replay review, it would be overturned and lead to Dane Tofflin drawing the ball for sprint and running the Coconuts up 3-1.
But here come the Nanners. Top of the 7th inning with 2 down. Robert Anthony Cruz serving this out to right center. His captain, Bill Leroy, trying to score from first. From Parker to Jacobo to Vining. Dueling headfirst slides, and Leroy sneaks in just ahead of his catching counterpart. Play would be challenged. Call would be upheld. Bottom of the inning, Tristan Levac, the rookie, dots it low inside corner. Gets Gideon Antel looking. So it's a 1-point game, top of the 8th. Couple ducks on the pond, and Max Young Goldberg brings them both home with his second 2-bagger of his rookie campaign. Back to Levac. Tying run on second. 3-2 changeup. Wow, onions gets Brewer swinging. To the 9th we go, and this is where it all unraveled for Loco Beach. RBI sprint for Ty Jackson. There would be a sac fly from Ryan Cox, and then on the very next pitch after that, an RBI double from D'Armento. So 6-3, but all of a sudden, Gideon Antle representing the game's tying run on what could have been a pass ball for Bill Leroy. He saves the day, catches Antle stealing first base. The first time a game has ever ended with a caught stealing first.
Thrilling ending, and once again, another series sweep for those Bananas, who have now clinched a spot already in the Tour Open.
So from a gorgeous ballpark in Petco Park to another beautiful stadium in Angel Stadium, just a couple hours up the road here in Anaheim. Built in 1966, which makes it the fourth oldest ballpark in the Bigs. Nicknamed the Big A for the 230-foot tall A sign used to be out beyond left field. Now it's in the parking lot, and with over 45,000 fans on hand, that makes it the 8th largest ballpark in Major League Baseball.
And we heard the fans last year. They were loud here in Angel Stadium. We can expect more of the same across this weekend slate. And what really stood out to me, 4th most home runs in Major League Baseball across the last 5 seasons. We had 0 here last season. I'm expecting a couple this weekend.
We've got a lot more to serve up on our pregame show. For now, let's send it down to the field for some Bananas warming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to meet your Savannah Banana. Starting behind the plate, wearing number 17, Easton Panis. Going out to left field, we call him Pookie. Wearing number 7, Ty Two-Fly Jackson. Where's Coach Rack? Where's Coach Rack? He's in left center field. Robert Anthony Cruz. In center field, wearing number 5, the Doctor, Mr. DR, the Doc Meadows. Behind second base, the designated hitter, wearing number 19, Danny Oberst. In right field, the future king of the Pirates, number 2, Reese Alexiotis. At the third base position, wearing number 18, he does it all, Danny Hosley. Also at third base, the Raging Cajun, number 3, Bryce Rizzafi. At the shortstop position, expect a lot of tricks from number 6, the glove magician, Ryan Cox. Also at shortstop, wearing number 4, he's pretty and he's gritty, Kyle KJ Jackson. At the second base position, the Dougie Man, wearing number 9, Max John Goldberg. Also at second base, wearing number 8, the greatest showman, Jackson Olsen. At first base, our bat trickster and balance extraordinaire, Alex Ziggy Ziegler. Coming to the mound, the tallest man in sports, Dakota Stills Albritton. And behind the plate, on the mic, wearing number 1, myself, Bill LaRoy.
Something big is happening. Something big, I feel it happening out of my control. Pushing, pulling, and it's grabbing me. Feel it in my bones like oh, 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 oh. Something big is happening. Whoa, oh, oh, oh.
California, we need you to put your hands up towards the sky and get your spirit fingers going, because it is time for the most storied tradition in all of Banana Ball. This tradition began 10 years ago on the very first night of our existence and has brought good luck endlessly to your Savannah Bananas. Anaheim, it is time to meet tonight's Banana Baby! This is Levi. He is 3 months old, 13 pounds, and very unhappy to be being held up in front of this capacity crowd. It's okay, Levi. This is a moment that you will never remember anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for our Banana Baby, Levi!
Everybody here should know who we are, and if you don't, we'll educate on how we made it this far. It started way back in the 30s with a bat and a ball, and now we selling out our stadiums, the crowd's watching all.
Oh man, that was always part of the plan. We're gonna play some ball to bring the happiness to the fans, and Indianapolis, so that is where we're reckoning it. We call ourselves the Cubs because we love to make you laugh.
Oh, almost caught a technical foul. Apologies, we get this way when we start feeling our sound. It's all jokes, but beware when we start clowning around. And if you didn't catch the name, we'll help us spell it. Come out, we are the I-N-D-I-A-N-A-P-O-L-I-S-O-N. Tell your mate, see we come to play. We came to light the place all up and make the crowd say, hey, we're going to say we started in the Negro League with his hard sweat, tears and blood we bleed. With the odds stacked against us, but we made them believe. We turned the weight of the world into some joy you can keep it. Segregated, never lost dignity, gave us a chance to dance, to play wild and free. Now every time we take the field, we making history. So let's get down with the clowns, everybody with me.
Clowning around, we can teach you a thing or two.
Teach you a thing or two.
You ain't seen nobody play the game the way we do. Clowning around, broke the rules, that's what you do. First to sign the win, then to the game.
We changed the view, remember the name.
She was swinging for the phone, and we knew she would stop just to me.
Remember the name. Remember the name. Don't forget him, king of the game. He was only 18 when they made his claim to fame. That's his name. Had everybody up on their feet, hitting into the stadium's peak. Yeah, he was wild, we can fly, and everybody knew that was our goal. So all we had to do was keep rocking and then we took a shot. But then the dream came true. 4 titles came along and elevated the crew. And we had everything and wondered, well, what else could we do? But little did we know show business was the route we pursued.
Yeah, and they believe well and fell in the game, so we began another show inside the Great Central Games, and we played, turning the phenomenon to a stage.
Where we stayed to entertain and change the games in ways we couldn't explain. But the road ends here. No more playing shadow ball where the ball disappears. The year was 1989 and it became unclear. Would the clouds ever reappear?
The Yeah, who else really messing with the clowns? Been around, you know how we get down. Coming through the crowd, trying to get you loud. It's about that time that we reintroducing what we working with. Let me see your hands if you're repping Indianapolis. Oh, yeah, we back and even. Players flipping through the air, don't you dare try to catch us. Only catches that we making is the ball hitting the leather. Now you out, bring them out. Next hitter, step up. And stepping up is all we know. And placed under the pressure, it's resilience. Do you feel this? Can't nobody do it better, man. Y'all, we've been gone way too long, but we back and that's a fact. We the clowns and we home.
Come on! Yeah!
Clowns' infamous Shadow Ball warm-up. Let's see what they did last weekend in Montgomery against the Firefighters. How about Riverwalk Stadium? Third time Banana Ball has been played in Montgomery. How about JBJ, second batter of the weekend, getting things going with a single the very next pitch. Bobby Leday of the left center field wall. Jackie Bradley Jr. racing around to score from first, you bet. Clowns coming out red hot, and then Joe Lytle. What a piece of Joe Lytle hitting. Patented here in his fourth World Tour. Carry the one. Yes! Son of a gun. 2 runs plenty for Correll Prime. Clowns up 1-0.
Well, that would send Noah Bridges up to bat in the very next inning, facing off against Fisher Polydorov, the knuckleballer. He takes him deep. The Firefighters even up the score. It is a 1-all game now here in the third inning. The stolen base from the Firefighters, a throw going into center field, and the Indianapolis Clowns now trailing the Firefighters 2-1, but David Griffin taking over on the pitcher's mound, and he brought the strikeout stuff against the Firefighters, trying to strike out the side in the 5th inning. He does so, and he was hitting all the Michael Jackson moves.
Nico Holzheiser making it a 4-run top of the 7th inning. Former Montgomery Biscuit when he was at Double-A in the Rays system, making it happen back in his former Double-A park. But how about Tyner Hughes on the Firefighters? 2-run double, knots the frame at 4 runs each, and then Dalton Cornett earns the inning-winning sprint. So the Firefighters back up 3-2, but there goes that man again, Joe Lytle. Second RBI double of the game, somehow dunks that into the Bermuda Triangle down the left field line. Brings in Jackie Bradley Jr. That would start a 4-run rally. The flyout would put a bow on it, so it's 3-3 to the 9th. Jalen Vasquez had a foul home run on the previous pitch. This one plenty fair. His second career banana ball, long ball, and it would be enough for Nick Wilson. A 1-2-3, bottom of the 9th inning. Fly out to Dansero. Clowns get their second win.
Yeah, it was a big win for the Clowns. They got to play as the home team the next day, and how about the defense for Indianapolis to start the ball game? Bobby Leday behind the back feed to Jalen Vasquez, one of the best double plays you'll see this season. And then Eli Payton behind the back throw all the way to Correll Prime. And bottom one, that's the first career home run in banana ball for Jackie Bradley Jr. He takes Austin Temple deep, puts the Clowns up early.
But how about the Firefighters offense? Caden Green, your player of the week. This is part of the reason why. 3-run shot. Firefighters not done. Lamar Sparks, a flight of passage off the scoreboard. 2-run tater. It's a 5-run inning. That would be plenty for Austin Temple, who gets prime looking. So we're knotted at 1 point each. But if you thought the second inning was a lot of offense, hold your beer. Oh my goodness gracious. Peanut with the 2-run double. That means that all of a sudden, okay, we're going to fast forward all the way to Lamar Sparks making it a 7-run inning with the RBI single. Don't worry, they're not done yet. New pitcher in Dion Reynoso gives up a 2-run sprint to Eric Jones Jr. 9 runs, new banana ball record. Unfortunately for the Clowns and Chris Burgess, he can't hit a 9-run homer. 2-run shots, nice for his first career banana ball home run. But then the strikeout of JBJ from Temple has the Firefighters up 2-1.
Yeah, some nice revenge for Austin Temple as well. Now the former Montgomery Biscuit, Nico Holzheiser, in the 7th. He ties up this inning for the Indianapolis Clowns. A clutch piece of hitting. Now Eli Payton rolls this one over to the second baseman. Tricky play for Johnny Hummel at the back. Holzheiser never stops running, and the Clowns able to even up the score. Firefighters would take a 4-2 lead into the bottom of the 8th, and Johnny Hummel and the Firefighters would claim a series split with the victory on Sunday.
So here are the standings going to our 5th weekend of action in the Banana Ball Championship League. The X next to the Bananas, because they have clinched the first spot in the Banana Ball Open. Then the Party Animals, Tailgaters, and Firefighters. If it ended right here, they would be in right behind them. Coconuts and Clowns 2 and 5 on the outside looking in.
Yeah, you just see how much the experience has played into things so far early this season. All the prior existing teams currently in line to play in that Banana Ball Open in mid-April. This is certainly a tricky series for the Indianapolis Clowns, considering the Bananas 6-1 this season. And for Loco Beach, they'll be taking on the Party Animals, the 2 seed right now in Conway, South Carolina, and they are desperately in need of some wins as well.
And the Firefighters hold that tiebreaker over the Coconuts because they swept that series. and the Clowns and Firefighters, their tiebreaker would go to total trick plays since they split that series we just showed you in Montgomery. So a lot of moving pieces here with 4 games left for every team before we get the Banana Ball Open starting on April 16th. Let's take a look at a tale of the tape pitching-wise between the Clowns and Nanners, and it is quite a difference 7 games into this season for both squads. A league best when you're looking at the Bananas, 4.08 ERA. Same goes for those strikeouts, sprints, points earned, MPI. Everything we're showing you for this Bananas pitching staff, best in the BBCL.
Yeah, it is unbelievable what they've been able to do. When you see those 30 points earned for the Bananas, that's leading all teams in the Banana Ball Championship League. The Clowns have only tallied 18 this season. That is the lowest mark amongst the 6 teams this season. Clowns, I mean, they're getting the strikeouts, but the ball 4 sprints are what have really hurt them early on this season. It's a big reason why you see the minutes per inning mark for Indianapolis currently at 4 minutes and 46 seconds on average for them to record 3 outs.
Now, while the pitching staff difference is pretty stark, as you can see right here, as you also saw in the highlight we just showed you, these Clowns can really swing it. So as long as their pitching staff can keep the ball in the zone a lot more, I mean, this is a squad that could easily sweep the Bananas this weekend in Anaheim. Before we get to show you Game 1 from Angel Stadium, hey, let's review the rules that turn baseball into Banana Ball.
The name of the game is Banana Ball, and this is the fastest, most entertaining game in sports. Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. If you score the most runs in an inning, you get a point. The most points wins the game. If the away team has more trick plays going into the final inning, they will earn the equalizer point. And in the last inning of Banana Ball, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, there is a 2-hour time limit. No new inning can start when the clock hits 0. Rule number 3, if you step out of the batter's box, it is a strike. Rule number 4, no bunting. If you bunt, you're thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first. Rule number 6, no walks allowed. It becomes a ball 4 sprint until every position player touches the ball. Rule number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Rule number 8, if a fan catches a foul ball, it is an out. In Banana Ball, everything's in play, so you better be ready. Rule number 9, the showdown tiebreaker. If the game is tied at the end of 9 innings or when time expires, it is pitcher versus hitter with 1 fielder, and the hitter has to score. Rule number 10, the Banana Ball challenge rule. You, the fans, have the opportunity to challenge a ruling on the field. Rule number 11, the golden batter rule. A team can send up any batter to hit in any spot in the lineup. This is guaranteeing the best possible matchup at the end of the game when it matters most. These are the official rules of Banana Ball.
All right, we've got the rules in their entirety. Let's zoom in on ball 4 sprints, because after ball 4 is fired in Banana Ball, the hitter can advance to as many bases as they would like. Of course, you advance at your own risk. Once the fielders get the ball to everybody behind the pitcher and catcher, the batter can be, or the batter runner at that point, can be tagged out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, it's up to the player who earns the sprint to try and put the pressure on that defense sometimes. It's a big focus for teams throughout spring training. You try and make that transition between all your defensive players in 7 seconds or less. That is usually the key to holding a guy to just 1 base. And of course, worst time to give up those ball 4 sprints are when guys are in scoring position, as usually it will bring in both guys if they're standing at 2nd and 3rd base.
And last weekend, as we showed you a little while ago, David Ray Meadows leading off last Sunday's battle between the Bananas and the Clowns, the first 4-base ball 4 sprint in Banana Ball Championship League history, because the throw from Eric Osberg sailed over Chatanier's head, got past Allen and Parker in the outfield, and DR with that speed, no chance to get it to all 7 fielders behind the Coconuts battery before he made it home to home.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It was great aggression from DR Meadows, and it was a big weekend for the Savannah Bananas when it came to ball 4 sprints. In fact, it has been a pretty tremendous season for the Savannah Bananas overall when you want to look at ball 4 sprints.
When it comes down to it, a reminder, the Clowns have given up more ball 4 sprints than any other team. And the Bananas have given up the least amount of ball four sprints. 7 games into this very young 2026 campaign. So often, just like it does in baseball, I mean, you throw 4 balls to a hitter in banana ball, it punishes you that much more.
Well, look, we mentioned the Bananas pitching versus the Clowns pitching, the difference in those sprint totals. Bananas have only allowed sprints to 7.9% of the batters they face this season. The Clowns, they have walked nearly 13% of the total batters they face. That is definitely not a mark they want to see continue this season.
Okay, I think Josh and I have talked enough. Let's get the Savannah Bananas starting lineup.
Is Banana Ball! California, let's meet the starting lineup for your Savannah Bananas. Leading off, the center fielder, number 5, DR, the Doc Meadow. Next up, the right fielder, number 2, Reese Superman Alexiade. At first baseman, number 9, Max Young Goldberg. The DH, number 19, Dan Oberst. At third base, number 4, Kyle K.J. Jackson. The catcher, number 1, the captain is Bill Second baseman, number 8, our greatest showman, Jackson Olsen. In left field, number 15, we call him Rack, Robert Anthony Cruz. The extra hitter, number 18, Danny Do-It-All Hosley. And at shortstop, number 6, our glove magician, Ryan Cox. On the mound tonight for your Savannah Bananas, number 88, Noah Nisman. Your Savannah Bananas are led by Tyler Gillum, assisted by Adam Pyro Pirate, Ryan Kellogg, Bryce Stover, and Reggie Horton. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise if you're able and remove your caps. Here to honor America with the singing of tonight's national anthem, please welcome Jerovia.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh,
fantastic rendition of the national anthem. And now, with over 45,000 fans on hand here in Angel Stadium, we get to see the Savannah Bananas and the Indianapolis Clowns kick line here in Anaheim. A historic matchup for our 22nd game in the history of the Banana Ball Championship League. The Clowns and Nanners do battle for the first time ever as we welcome you back inside with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Again, happy Big Tiger Friday. The 2-5 Clowns against the 6-1 Bananas.
But they really haven't played like a 2-5 team. I mean, you consider how good this Clowns team is offensively. They could really give the Bananas pitching staff some trouble tonight, and I'm expecting a close game that goes down to the wire for sure.
I completely agree. Let's get a look at the Bananas' defensive alignment. They're the home team tonight. That will flip tomorrow evening. And in the outfield, left to right, you see Robert Anthony Cruz, DR Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis, the usual suspects. Same goes for the infield in 2026. Third to first, Kyle Jackson, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, Max Young, Goldberg, Bill Leroy behind the dish, and Alex Ziegler, once again, the designated fielder.
Well, it's Reese Alexiadis, a Manhattan Beach, California kid who I'm focusing on this weekend. Last year in Angel Stadium, Super Reese had 6 trick plays in right field, did not miss a single one. He was a force out there defensively for the Savannah Bananas, and this season Kyle Jackson has certainly been that for the Bananas at the hot corner. 11 trick plays has him towards the top of this leaderboard in the BBCL.
Everybody currently trailing Jonathan Sunshine Looters, DR, the closest to the tour leader in trick plays. At the center of it all, Noah Nisnik, the pride of St. Louis, Missouri, here in his 3rd World Tour 2024 Rookie of the Year, the ace of this Bananas staff for a 3rd straight campaign, and heck of a start here to 2026.
5th start of the season for Noah Nisnik, certainly looking like he could potentially be an all-star in each of his first 3 campaigns. Last year here in this stadium, Noah Nisnik, 3 innings pitched, earned the win, only allowed 2 hits against the Firefighters.
And let's feast our peepers on this powerful Indianapolis Clowns starting lineup with a couple Gamecocks at the top of it. Jalen Vasquez, and then the 2018 ALCS MVP Jackie Bradley Jr., followed by Bobby Leday, Chris Burgess cleaning it up, then Nico Holsizer, Eli Payton, Correll Prime, Dale Francis Jr., Joe Gray Jr., and Kirkland Banks to round it out.
Yeah, and moving Jalen Vasquez up to the leadoff spot really helped the Clowns offensively last weekend. Bobby Leday lengthens the lineup in that 3-hole. Both he and Chris Burgess have 8 runs batted in for the Indianapolis Clowns. That is tied for the team lead. This is a perfect place to be batting 2 talented righties against the left-hander Noah Nisnik.
Pro bats all up and down this Clowns lineup. They put up some historic numbers last weekend in Montgomery. Now they get their first big league stadium. Indianapolis Clowns for Savannah Bananas. The only thing left to do is toss it down to the man in the yellow tux.
Banana Nation, it is time for a ritual here, the tradition to start the clock. But tonight, we have a special guest with us. So please welcome to the field, Mickey Mouse! It's okay, Mickey, but we are getting ready for the Banana Ball tradition to start the clock. So, Mickey, are you ready?
You bet.
All right, on 3, we're going to need everyone here to yell, start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
Well, after we had our 2nd annual Savannah Bananas Disneyland Day, Just one day ago, Indianapolis Clowns getting in on the action after the firefighters joined the Nanners at the happiest place on earth last year. And Jalen Vasquez takes strike one. JV, bounding ball. Jackson Olsen fields between the legs, flips between the legs. Nice stretch by Alex Ziegler. 2 pitches, 1 out.
Well, the Bananas have already used their designated fielder early in this contest. Alex Ziegler at the first base bag, not able to cap off a double trick play with the high throw from Jackson Olsen. Nonetheless, that's the kind of start the Savannah Bananas want to see, getting soft contact from Noah Nisnik.
Jackie Bradley Jr. takes a fastball just a bit inside. Great to see JBJ back in a big league park. The resume speaks for itself. 11 years in Major League Baseball. The vast majority, 9 of them with the Boston Red Sox. Some iconic moments here in Angel Stadium as he's tied up on the heater up and in from Niz Nasty. And a high fly ball. Charging in Alexiadis and Meadows. DR makes the call and the catch behind the back with a bow. A trick play for out number 2.
And you see it yet again. It's more soft contact, a high pop off the bat of Jackie Bradley Jr. It settles there in center field long enough for DR Meadows to compose himself and then complete the bow with his behind-the-back trick play.
Bobby Leday takes a fastball at the knees for strike 1. Second rounder for the Clowns. Their third player taken after JBJ and Correll Prime. And so far paying dividends, only hitting .276, but a .353 on base percentage. Tied for the team lead with those 8 runs batted in, as Josh mentioned. Part of 3 straight guys tied for the ribeye lead in this lineup. JBJ, Leday, and Burgess, 8 apiece. And the count runs full on a guy who tore up the Pioneer League across the last 2 years.
And he's torn up the first 3 innings of play for the Clowns. A .417 batting average to start ball games, but he will whip through the changeup from Noah Nisnik, and that caps off a 2-minute and 15-second inning for the left-hander, and it comes complete with 2 trick play outs as well.
First time the Clowns get to see one of the best arms in banana ball. A 1-2-3 inning with a punch out to put a bow on it for Nisnik. Here is how the Clowns line up defensively, left to right in their outfield. It's Gray, JBJ, and Holzheiser. And in the infield, third to first, Peyton, Leday, Vasquez, and Prime. Burgess behind the dish, Wolf, their designated fielder.
I mean, the banana ball adjustment has almost been non-existent for Jackie Bradley Jr. Already with 5 trick plays across his first 7 career games. He has been phenomenal manning center field. And Eli Payton, he's had a trick play in each of his first 7 career games for the Indianapolis Clowns, and recently has started doing those behind-the-back throws across the diamond over to first base, something very reminiscent of what the Clowns did back in their heyday in the 50s and 60s.
And the man balancing the banana ball on the top of his head, David Griffin, another Clown second rounder from the draft out of Hanover, Massachusetts. Spent 4 years in the New York Mets organization, but took a pretty unique route to get to affiliated ball. 3 years of independent professional baseball before the Mets noticed him. Spent the last 2 years in the Atlantic League with the Long Island Ducks, and an unbelievable start to his banana ball career.
I mean, this is a guy who was pitching in AAA for the Mets every season from 2022 to 2024. In his young banana ball career, he's already thrown 2 sub-2-minute innings, and he is not allowed a run in his last 9 innings pitched for Indianapolis.
And while the pitching has been carrying the Bananas through 7 games this year, the lineup has been no slouch. DR, then Alexiadis, MJG, Oberst cleaning it up. KJ Leroy, Olsen, Cruz, Hosley, and Cox.
Well, the opponent's batting average for David Griffin this season is just .162. But left-handers are batting .313 against him this year. So this is going to have to be a big night for guys like Max Young Goldberg, Kyle Jackson, and Robert Anthony Cruz in this Bananas lineup.
You see this .522 batting average, 1.259 OPS for Meadows. You think that's got to be leading the team, maybe even the tour. No, because Ryan Cox is having an insane season as DR sneaks that one past Leday. And Meadows has his tour-leading 13th hit. That is a statistic that David Ray does own the top mark in. Inning-winning run aboard. Fastball misses just a bit down to Reese Alexiadis. Nice start to his third campaign in Banana Ball. Super Reese, one of the 5 California kids on this squad out of Manhattan Beach. With a high fly ball deep to left center field. Reese Alexiadis flies out to JBJ on the track. The 2018 Gold Glover showing off the range for out number 1.
I mean, Reese Alexiadis just barely missed leaving the yard here in Angel Stadium, but how about the range from JBJ to get that first out?
For the Phineas and Ferb walk-up.
I think Ty was meant to play Candace.
Oh man, Rack as the monkey, really good. Can't believe MJG discovered horses. Do horses not exist? What do you think? Is some kind of special horse there?
I guess so.
Give them the benefit of the doubt on that
It's
one.
supposed to have like the, the horn off it, so we call it a unicorn. Maybe the horn fell off.
I was wondering about that. So we have a battle between second rounders here, between Griffin and MJG. Another California kid out of Palo Alto. He serves this one out to left. Joe Gray Jr. behind the back, you bet. Second trick play of the tour for the former Brewers minor leaguer.
Yeah, and he's been roaming both corner outfield spots for the Indianapolis Clowns. He has made things look awfully easy out there. He's made a lot of big plays the normal way, but he's definitely got a big trick play prowess, and that one probably the best one so far in Gray's young career.
Dan Oberst doesn't bite on the sweeper. Inning-winning run, still on first base. DR leading the tour with his 9 steals, yet to be thrown out. Got a former minor league arm behind him. Oh my goodness, Pico.
Oh wow! Oh my gosh! That was within. I mean, that was within your range.
That was close. Well, not within my range, but it was great.
It's the closest that's ever been to your range. Let's say that.
That's also not true, but that's okay. Single through the right side. Perfect hit and run. DR goes first to third. Oberst with the bouncer through the vacated 4-hole. No, that one right there, that was like 5 feet away from me. I've had one within like a foot of my hand, but that's like top 3 all time. It felt the most catchable ever off the bat. Whew.
And you got a good jump to it.
I'm about to get Griffin out of this inning.
Oh my gosh.
Instead, the inning-winning run 90 feet away. Kyle Jackson tied for the tour lead with his 4 walk-offs. There goes Oberst. He'll take a free second base. Burgess not worrying about it. Griffin, high heat, and a 3-pitch K of Kyle Jackson. David strands the inning-winning run at third. We're still scoreless through 1.
Elevates the fastball. You can just tell this is a guy who has pitched with a lot of experience, and even though he found himself in trouble in the first, it is no problem for the right-hander.
1 got some of the ex-Bananas that are now on the Indianapolis Clowns. Starts with Prime a couple years. Matt Wolf, one of the original tricksters in the sport, the original trick pitcher. Gage Voorhees, collegiate Banana, then back with the team last year. Malachi Mitchell, the reason why the designated runner was invented. And then Eric Fox, coach of this squad, spent 5 years as a Bananas assistant coach in the baseball days and joined back up on Gillum's staff last year. And speak of the very man himself, Eric Fox, welcome to the broadcast, my friend.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Fantastic. Great to get to chat with you, Foxy. Getting to coach third base at the helm of this Clown squad after 6 years as an assistant for Tyler Gillum. How special has this season been?
Dude, it's been awesome, man. Just kind of like being a part of this team and the history behind it, man. It's been unbelievable.
You've got 4, 5, 6 coming to swing at you. Chris Burgess, Nico Holzheiser, Eli Payton, couple pro bats.
Oh, yeah.
Burgess with his first Banana Ball home run last weekend. When you went into this draft, were you trying to get a lot of professional talent? Because that's what you ended up with.
So what were the major ways in which you were kind of feeling out the personalities of the guys that you were going to bring onto your squad?
Talking to them, if I can have a good conversation with them, laugh with them a little bit, and just kind of feel like there's some guys that I would want to be in the clubhouse every day with, and they're my kind of guys. That's one big thing.
It was a big league fly ball from Burgess, turned into a tip drill trick play from Alexiadis. Chris came into the at-bat, leading your squad, hitting 500. Gotta be pretty thrilled.
He got that look on his face right now like I just missed it.
Oh, he did just miss that. Especially with the right field wall lowered for Shohei Ohtani here in Angel Stadium.
Right?
He's pretty close to...
I bet whenever he went to the Dodgers for Angels, like, darn it.
I think that's probably what they thought. Nico Holzheiser, that's a big league foul ball.
Somebody might catch it too.
Up into the third deck.
Dude, we've been having some good at-bats here lately for us, man. I'm pretty excited about it, man. He kind of started off slow. Oh, man. I should have caught that ball. I've been taking the blame for being the best fielding coach. Look at Gillum.
Fuck you.
Hey, the next foul ball, I'm catching it.
I need to see a better prep step out of you.
Swing and a miss. Changeup gets Holzheiser. Nisnik's second K. And speaking of the devil, let's welcome in Tyler Gillum.
What's up, boys? This place is electric right now.
Gilly, how cool is it to see Eric Fox at the helm of a Banana Ball team?
I tell you what, one of my highlights of this tour is coaching against Fox. Man, this guy's earned it. He's been in our foxhole since 2018, and he's helped us build Banana Ball, and so it's really cool watching him coach that third base box. Heck of a team. I'm so proud. He's grown over these.
Shot. Look at Ninja.
Hey, we got athletes up. Even the umpires are athletes.
Eli Payton went around. 1-2. Fox, what's it like, the young Padawan going against his Jedi Master?
Man, it's unbelievable. Just being able to face these guys right here in the yellow, man, it's crazy. I'm not used to being outside of the yellow, so just being able to face them is kind of cool.
Off the end of the bat, Meadows moving in, tip drill into the cap. 2 more trick plays. The Nanners up to 4 on the evening, and Nisnik has retired all 6 clowns he has faced it. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Absolute pleasure.
Love you, boys.
Best of luck tonight, guys. Love you both as well. How about 5 years ago, this very day, the grand finale of the One City World Tour to Hank Aaron Stadium in Mobile, Alabama. Across the 2 nights, full capacity, 7,000 fans, of course, across this weekend. We get over 90,000 fans across our 2 nights. Great to see so many members of the Banana Band still a part of the squad here in Anaheim tonight. The fans were electric, even if they didn't know what was going on a good amount of the time. Jesse Cole still tossing shirts out, giving out those banana underwear. Maceo getting big lift up from Bill Pearson. How about Dakota McFadden coming home to score? That's Stilts bouncing around at number 21. Son Stilts. Kevin Hickey, Mr. Balloon Hands, which turned into Mr. Ballon Hands because of a typo on his jerseys. He was shooting some pong, and then Stilts, he has gained a lot of miles per hour across his 6 years in Banana Land. And you take a look at the guys still here in this game. Adam Virant, he was an assistant coach to Nate Fish on that Savannah Bananas team. Of course, Albritton, as you saw, and Malachi Mitchell was the Banana center fielder and primary leadoff guy for the One City World Tour.
Yeah, it was certainly a very historic first in Banana Ball history, a game that wound up being a 5-3 Bananas win over the Party Animals. It only went 6 innings, so we have really seen how the game has grown and evolved since then. And you can't forget about Sammy Claycamp launching the first ever home run in Banana Ball history that night.
Unfortunately, our internet went down in the booth, so Claycamp's home run does not exist in video form, but we all saw it happen. Slim and Sammy, wherever you are, somewhere out in Indiana right now, I'd gather. Apologies for the spotty internet in Hank Aaron Stadium 5 years ago. The Bananas captain joined the Banana Ball world in 2020. The first ever Banana Ball game, a scrimmage intra-squad. He was the second batter in the history of the sport. Earned a 4-base sprint, but didn't join the professional Banana Ball ranks until 2022 as that fastball just misses. Vincent Chapman says it missed high. Pretty good looking offer in there from David Griffin. Does not get the call, and that one, that's a strike all over the world. Freezes Leroy for his second K.
Yeah, and David Griffin, again, he's just building confidence out there on the pitcher's mound. He's always got something in his pocket to celebrate these strikeouts. He's very much an emotional pitcher out on the mound, and it is really fun to watch when he's dialed in as Olsen pops this one in foul territory. Burgess chasing after it. It ricochets as he tries to catch it behind his back, and Prime is the man to save it as he catches it in the glove. Wow!
You gotta be kidding me. Burgess going for his first ever trick play, and that was a screamer of a ricochet. Good thing Prime 6'5" right there. Easy play for the former Rockies farmhand. And what a celebration. Son of a gun, what's the official scoring ruling on that?
Great question, my friend.
Thank you. Does Burgess get the trick play is really the question at hand. It's a big one. Ball and a strike on Robert Anthony Cruz.
Although it was not intentional, it is a tip up to Correll Prime if you really think about it.
I'm all in on it.
I think it is.
It should be. And that means it's the first trick play in Chris Burgess's Banana Ball career. With Prime there cleaning it up. Oh,
that certainly wasn't the original intent.
No, it was not. But the flair was there, and it'll turn into a tip drill trick play in the history books. Full count on Cruz. Slow start here in his third World Tour. Always liable to go boom. He'll take the ball for a sprint in this case, and will tap the brakes as Holsizer hands it off to Gray. The 6th and 7th fielders behind the pitcher and catcher who needed to touch that ball before it was live. So the inning-winning run aboard with 2 down. Racks his 3rd sprint of the year. And Danny Hosley a drive out to right field. Holsizer in pursuit. He will take care of it. And David Griffin puts up another goose egg. A pitcher's duel brewing here in the Big A. Scoreless through 2 innings. And we'll get it down to the field.
Professor, what's up, buddy? Just thinking, the whole sports world is deep in the throes of March Madness right now. I think we're what, in the Elite Eight? The truth is, I don't even know because we've been so busy here in Banana Land, traveling everywhere. I've missed all of March Madness. And so here tonight in Anaheim, we're going to go ahead and do the world's fastest March Madness tournament that you have ever seen, banana ball style. Because here's how it's going to work. Down each line, we have multiple contestants. Here are their ages. Way out in right and left field, we've got people who are 64, then people who are 32, then people who are 16, 8, 4, and 2. Yes, it's time to find our champion through the generations. This is the March Madness generational race. Down each line, ladies and gentlemen, here we go in 3, 2, 1, go! Our 64-year-olds are making their way. They tag the 32s, and here they come. Oh, down the right field line, they are very fast. Coming in hot, there's the Elite 8. There's the Final 4 who doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know, but wait, he's gonna tag his partner. That's good, all right. And now, for the championship, it's time to determine who is winning this race. Oh, no helping, no helping. Getting a little assistance here on the first base line. Oh, down she goes. The humanity. She could go all the way. She could go. Oh, oh, she waits. She waits. And she's got it. Here are your winners. Right field at first base side.
March Generational Madness. This is March.
Tell me how it feels right now.
Oh man, it feels real sweet. Accidentally had a little bit of assistance there, but you know, I apologize. She was the faster crawler, and we taught her well, so it was well.
Coach, go celebrate with your team. Really proud of what you guys did out there to get across the finish line.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Final 4, here we go.
As JT Sokolov gets himself a Gatorade bath, water.
Looks like water to me. Unless we've got clear Reginade this evening.
Body armor
like a
bath?
Glacier Cherry. Oh, it could be body armor.
Reginade? Never know. Corel Prime takes a heater for a strike. Gets his teammate across the entire 2025 tour, the end of 2024. And the moon ball is going to fall right between Alexiadis and Olsen. Prime will park it at first. It was a mile high, but could not have placed it any better. Corel thanking the heavens. Looks like a liner in the book.
It's just a really tough play to have to make. Alexiadis having to run very far towards that foul line to try and make the catch. Nobody winds up making a clear call, and that's why you see it fall in right field. And now Malachi Mitchell, the former Savannah Banana, takes the place of Corel Prime at first base.
And immediately gets some attention from Niznik. Flash 3 for 4 in his stolen base tries in his young Clown's career. Of course, Malachi, the all-time banana ball stolen base leader, is Dale Francis Jr. right back up the chute. It's been a slow start for the Clowns' 10th rounder out of Fort Pierce, Florida. But a guy who absolutely tore it up, another one of Crocco's guys. A couple years at Erskine, finished up at Gardner-Webb this past spring and hit the heck out of the ball. 646 slugging percentage is pretty otherworldly.
He had a career-high 18 home runs in 2025. His lone hit before that single up the chute, a home run in banana ball for Dale Francis Jr.
Joe Gray Jr. What a dangerous bat lurking in the 9-hole for Eric Fox and company. As we're going to get Niznik, Cox, Olsen, and Meadows boogieing. Flash getting involved in the dance as well. Bill, Vincent Chapman. The groove is contagious. And the heater gets the inside corner. 0-2 on Gray Jr. out of Carson, Mississippi. As farm boy as you can possibly get. More on that to come as he's another victim of that gnarly Nizhnik changeup.
Yep, tried to get him to bite on the outside corner. Next pitch, Nizhnik goes back to his signature out pitch, buries it in the dirt for the K.
The Barnstorm Brass bringing Kirtland Banks up to the dish. So much to break down there. Kirkland guy can downright boogie. Jalen Vasquez is on deck. He was part of the backup dance crew. It's the first time I've ever seen a trombone player play with his feet.
Same here.
Although you saw Kirkland only hitting 273 7 games into his banana ball career, 429 on base percentage. Can't complain with that at all as Meadows comes in. And behind the back, his third trick play of the night. Not even 3 defensive innings in. And just like that, DR ties Jonathan Luters for the tour lead.
Now, you know what really stands out? DR Meadows waited about as long as he could before starting to contort his body to catch that behind his back. He did not want Malachi Mitchell to think that he was going to try that too soon and give him an opportunity to tag up to second and reach third base. That is unreal stuff from DR Meadows. High banana ball IQ play.
Back to the top of the order. JV, after boogieing behind Banks, has himself a ball and a strike. Now 2-1 with a couple ducks on the pond and 2 down. Make it 3-1. Ball 4 will easily score Flash from second. Broken bat, fly ball out to Super Reese. He will tip it, he will secure it. Second trick play of the night for Alexiadis, 6th of the game for the Bananas. Nizhnik strands his first 2 runners of the night and will get it down to Emily Cole.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field, Savannah owner, Emily Cole.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. Look around. That's enough to fill Angel Stadium 9 times with the amount of kiddos currently experiencing foster care. To raise awareness and help support this community, we created Bananas Foster, the official nonprofit of Banana Ball. Our organization is dedicated to celebrating those who are already making a difference in the foster care world while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Tonight, we are celebrating the Downing family. Kate, a registered nurse, and Phil, an Air Force pilot, felt called to give back to their community outside of work and became licensed foster parents 9 years ago. On top of serving as foster parents, they also lead support groups and have even founded a nonprofit dedicated to supporting other foster families. Over the last 9 years, they have welcomed 7 kiddos into their home and have adopted 2 into their family. So fans, please help us welcome to the field so that we can celebrate them, the Downing family.
massive shout out to Kate and Phil Downing, superheroes in the foster care community out here in Anaheim. Welcoming 7 children into their home, adopting 2. Yeoman's work. And always so special getting to see both teams combine in a circle of love and admiration for our Bananas Foster family of the night. The Banana Band blasting away here to the delight of over 45,000 fans on a beautiful evening in Angel Stadium. Yeah, kids are getting down to it. Now Jonathan plays the trombone with his hands, equally as talented though. Guy crushes it. What a dynamic duo between Jonathan and that girl. Killer dance moves. Josh banging the drums, not Talevsky. Entirely different Josh. And as we mentioned a couple innings ago, so many of these guys were in Mobile, Alabama 5 years ago. March 27th, 2021, the 4th and final game of that One City World Tour. So special to get to see them there. I think this guy hasn't shaved since the One City World Tour.
Dude, it's Gandalf, your hero. He's here at Angel Stadium.
You shall not pass, bro. Legend. Looked like Gandalf the Grey, though, so he hasn't leveled up yet. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Lord of the Rings yet. There are those video game numbers from Ryan Cox as we take the graphic away and zoom in on Vincent Chapman. Dancing for our full house tonight here in the Big A. He's strutting his stuff. It's a guy here in his 5th World Tour. And the moves keep getting better.
I think that's arguably the longest he's ever gone for one of his, signature moments before twerking. He really saved it for the very end. It was like the cherry on top of an ice cream sundae.
I think Chris Burgess really liked it. It's funny. It's great having Ryan Cox lead off this bottom of the 3rd inning. His time in Banana Land has perfectly mirrored Vincent Chapman's fastball. Just misses. Didn't say that missed. Did he say up? I would have guessed out. So some close calls not going David Griffin's way. He's been able to work around it thus far. As he runs the count full. And Coxey, as he's known to do, spoils the 3-2.
Currently this season, he is averaging over 4.5 pitches per plate appearance for the Savannah Bananas. He is doing that in the 9 and 10 spots in this lineup. He is making pitchers work and battle, and whether they beat him or not, it usually leads to mistakes to guys at the top of the order as Cox will earn the ball for a sprint and thinks about testing that sprint defense of the Clowns. And he'll hold up and only take 1 base as Bryce Grizappi is the designated runner once again for the Nanners and takes over at first base.
Yeah, Coxey, this is his 3rd time in the 10 hole. His other 5 starts have been as the number 9 hitter. He's leading the tour in batting average, OBP, and slug, as this one goes just below our press box off the bat of DR Meadows. Just a ridiculous start offensively to tour number 5 for the Glove Magician, known for his work defensively. And a couple checks on Grizaffi over at first. Smart from David Griffin. Bryce stole 5 bases in as many tries against the Coconuts last weekend. His first 2 games ever as the designated runner, with JT Sokolov on the mend.
Yeah, Bryce had 5 stolen bases last weekend. The Clowns had just 3 as a team last weekend. It really goes to show just how aggressive he was, filling in as the designated runner for the injured Sokolov.
DR singled his first time. He's got the inning-winning run on base. And lofts this one to shallow right center. JBJ coming in, making the call, tipping it up. And Holsizer will turn that into a Jackie Bradley Jr. trick play. 8-9 in your scorebook at home. Two-time World Series champ. His 6th trick play on the year. He's only missed one. Nice view for Split out there on the batter's eye in center. As Reese Alexiadis sends one towards the press box, it won't make it to us. And not caught either. Reese tested the boundaries of Angel Stadium, flew out on the track in left center to JBJ back in the first inning. He gets high heat, can't connect. And the third strikeout victim of David Griffin.
Yeah, and that heater up in the zone is playing right now for David Griffin. The Bananas' 2 best bats early on have been Kyle Jackson and Reese Alexiadis. Both of them have gone down swinging at an elevated fastball tonight.
Now Max Young-Goldberg flew out into a behind-the-back trick play from Joe Gray Jr. and left his first time. And there goes Grisaffi, throw from Burgess. Not in time. Ball got away from Bobby Leday. In fact, the tag might have beat him, but with the ball getting away, yeah, Grizz says that counts. 6 for 6 on the year now in steals. That's a big one, too. Inning-winning run into scoring position. Young-Goldberg 5 stakes on the year after he set the Pioneer League record with 130 runs driven in last year. Beautiful bender for strike 2. Griffin's got a 6-pitch mix. He's as good as they get in the sport right now on the mound. Fastball fouled into the second deck, not caught. He's got the 4-seam, sinker, cutter, changeup, sweeper, splitter. And look at that! Gnarly bender on the 1-2. Griffin fired up. He puts up another 0. We're still scoreless.
And already 3 guys left in scoring position tonight for the Savannah Bananas. David Griffin continuing to impress with the strikeout stuff.
But sometimes we put their love to the test. This is one of those times. We got mom, we got dad, and we got 2.5-year-old Maddox. And this game is called Pick the Parent. Maddox, you stay with me. Mom and dad go down to the finish line. And here's what's going to happen. Maddox is going to have to pick either his mom or his dad. But the loser is going to get pied in the face. Fans, do you think Maddox is going to pick his mom? Let me hear you. Or do you think he's going to pick his dad? Let me hear you. All right. It comes down to this. Maddox, on your mark. Get set. Go. And there he goes. 2.5-year-old Maddox. He's off to a blistering pace. He may not choose either of them. Your mom or your dad. He's undecided. Maddox, your mom or your dad? Go 1-to-1. I love your smile. Who are you going to pick? Mom or dad? He's going. He's making his way. Who's he gonna pick? Mom or dad? Mom or oh, she used the ploy. I see it. All right. It looks like dad is gonna get pied in the face. The longest pick your parent in Banana Bowl history. Here it goes. Maddox, you get to pie your dad. All right, right in the face. All right, there it is. Let's hear it for 2.5-year-old Maddox and his indecision.
The pie to the face, we call that a button on a promotion here in Banana Land. Always good to have something fun at the end of a mid-inning shenanigans. We're scoreless to the top of the fourth inning in Angel Stadium. Jackie Bradley Jr. leads it off. Noah Nisnik out for a fourth frame of work. Just misses the outside corner with the gas.
Yeah, he is cruising right now for the Bananas.
Wow!
Bradley scorches this one over the bag. It is called foul by first base umpire Seth Markham.
The only way it's a foul ball is if it hit the safety bag in foul territory, because it looked like that hit the bag. Another look.
Tough to tell on that first angle.
Very tough to tell. Yeah, Willie Carter, first base umpire, or first base coach rather, for the Clowns. He looked like he was shaking his head, unsure about it. Reese Alexiadis will put that away for out number one. That's the first ball in play off of Noah Nisnik that the Bananas defense has not turned into a trick play.
That's exactly what I was just about to touch on. He's got 3 punch-outs tonight, but before that Reese Alexiadis catch, all 6 outs that had been put in play, they were trick play outs for the Bananas. It is a big reason why they want to see him continue to mow down these Clowns batters tonight in Angel Stadium.
Well, Bobby Leday will try his luck. Is retired the first 6 he faced. At his first light stress inning in the third. First 2 reached, then retired 3 more in a row as Leday breaks his bat. And we'll get a 1-2 offering with a new weapon. Looked like a rare cutter there from Niz. Primarily a 3-pitch guy. Fastball, changeup, curveball. Not overpowering stuff. Sits about 88 to 90 miles an hour with the gas. Tunnels his pitches with the best of them. Fantastic control. And look at that. High fastball. Strikeout number 4 for Niz Nasty, and I think that will end his night.
Now coming to pitch from the U.S. Women's National Baseball Team and the #1 draft pick in the Women's Professional Baseball League, Kelsey Whitmore.
Kelsey Whitmore getting a pitch in her home state once again, the pride of Temecula, California. Having a heck of a start to her second World Tour. She has faced 4 batters. She's retired them all, the last 2 via K.
Yeah, and she works quick out on the mound. That has already been a noticeable improvement for her in 2026. But she's going to have a very tricky matchup ahead of her in cleanup hitter Chris Burgess, already with 3 doubles and a home run this season for the Indianapolis Clowns, a guy who has just been mashing the ball.
And the guy who does not take any swings off. Ball and a strike on the former Orioles minor leaguer rather. 3 years in Baltimore's farm system. Tries to hold up. He did, says Seth Markham, first base umpire. Nice movement on the 2-seam there from Whitmore to even up the count. Kelsey's got a 5-pitch mix. Let's see what she goes to on the 2-2. Looping liner out to center. Meadows behind the back, his 4th trick play of the ball game. And Kelsey Whitmore remains perfect here in 2026.
And D.R. Meadows continues to flash the leather in center field tonight for the Savannah Bananas. The man with the most trick plays in a single game for an outfielder might be set to break his own record tonight.
So I need everyone.
You'll need 8 to do that. Let's get it down to Jesse Cole.
All 45,000 strong on your feet. Because we're going to do the biggest hey baby that Anaheim has ever seen. So everyone, let's get those hands up in the air. All the way up in the air. Here we go, Shark. Clap those hands. Oh, you guys look good tonight. Now get those arms waving. Here we go.
tradition. And a perfect time to say hello to everybody in the YouTube chat. Hope you're having a wonderful Big Tiger Friday. With Josh Tolevsky on Beacon of Scala, in case you were wondering.
It's a late night Big Tiger Friday for all our friends on the East Coast.
Woo-wee. Approaching 11 p.m. Eastern.
Hopefully they got some like funky pajamas. We will count those.
Oh yeah, for a Big Tiger Friday attire?
Yeah, right.
We're flexible. Just gotta have Big Tiger energy, and that's subjective. Well, I might be one of the inventors of the tradition. You know, it's really up to you if you're rocking Big Tiger energy or not. Oh my goodness.
Good times are here to stay. We'll get away and have the perfect picnic. We'll sing a song, and absolutely nothing will go wrong. Now we're heading down the open highway, and as you're going my way, everything is just peachy.
Alex Ziegler brings Mickey, Minnie Mouse, and Pluto out for his first plate appearance of his 5th Banana Ball World Tour. And David Griffin was ready to rumble. Vincent Chapman was not. He says, my bad. Or that's on me.
I think it was making sure that Pluto could make it back to the dugout safely.
I think you're right. What a guy to face for Ziggy here. Swinging it, bat tricking it for the first time in 2026. It's been fantastic as the Nanners designated fielder. He now gets one of the best pitchers in the sport, David Griffin, who's put up 3 donuts so far tonight.
And now that he is pinch hitting, the designated fielder can no longer be utilized by the Savannah Bananas tonight. So they'll be forced to play Max Young Goldberg at first base or whoever else that they see fit. But they would be in the place of Max Young Goldberg the rest of this game.
Liner snagged by Correll Prime. Good lumber from Ziegler. Prime robs him of extra bases.
Well, Prime, 6'5", huge wingspan, and that is certainly what helped him grab that liner off the bat of Alex Ziegler, trying to just inside out that ball. And instead, the first out for David Griffin, now up to 12 and 1/3 innings pitched without allowing a run as KJ skies this into shallow right field. Matt Wolf with a couple tips, and he's balancing the banana ball on his elbow while he makes the grab.
I think that's a banana ball record for longest trick play in the history of our sport. Take another gander.
There's just nobody else who can do that kind of stuff like Matt Wolf. A big reason why he is currently in as the designated fielder for the Clowns at second base.
That's his 4th trick play in as many tries here in his 5th World Tour. Legends of the game shining tonight so far here in Anaheim as Bill Leroy on a hop, sliding stop, Eli Payton between the legs, booking, come on now! 8th trick play on the tour for Payton, it's a doozy.
And 1 minute and 39 seconds in the inning for David Griffin, already his 3rd career sub-2-minute inning for the Clowns.
What a banana ball game we've got on our hands. Let's get it down to Jesse Cole.
Fans making their way to the field, we have William and Benjamin and their dad, and Oliver and Adam and their dad. And there's nothing quite like with baseball, a father-son catch. But here in Banana Land, we like to do things differently. So we're going to have all 4 sons run as fast as they can into the outfield, and their fathers are going to have to catch them. This is the father-son catch Banana Land style. First dad to catch both their sons is the winner. William, Benjamin, Oliver, Adam, on your mark, get set, go! And they're off. And they're off. All right, dads, catch them. we've ever seen. Let's hear it for the dad of Adam and Oliver. And there you have it, a father-son catch.
Dueling dynamic performances in the father-son catch. And now the 9-year Savannah Banana. Cowboy Kyle Lewicks takes over on the bump. Second Nanner out of the pen for Tyler Gillum and company.
Got touched up a little bit last weekend in San Diego. Cowboy Kyle had 2 different innings in which he entered with the lead. The Bananas playing as the visiting team that day against the Loco Beach Coconuts. And both times he was unable to hold that lead for his squad, but hoping to bounce back. The strikeout stuff has looked really good for Cowboy Kyle Lewicks, and 64.7% of his outs this season have included a trick play. So he has been a guy who is very reliable for the Bananas. Their defenders know that good things are bound to happen when he climbs the hill.
And the Bananas currently lead 7 trick plays to 5 with 4 innings in the books. Clowns trying to earn the equalizer point. They'll need to have more trick plays than the Bananas before we get to our final inning tonight, which in every single Bananas game since September 14th, 2023 has been the 8th inning, the second to last inning. Clowns have had a couple games this year end before the 9th, though, with the 2-hour timer running out in the 8th. Look out, Nico Holsizer. Both of them were when the Clowns were the home team, though. As Nico fouls one into the second deck, just out of reach of some folks in a suite, 2 booths down from us. And now the count 3-1. Holsizer leading the Clowns with his 7-ball 4 sprints earned. Struck out on a 3-2 offering from Nisnik his first time. He will get his team leading 8th ball 4 sprint. And will not test the Bananas' strong sprint defense. Nico, a guy drafted by the Dodgers in 2018, traded to the Rays in 2019, spent 6 years in total in the minors. And in 2023, hitting 3rd for the Durham Bulls up at AAA, was in back-to-back with 2021 collegiate Banana Tristan Peters, as Eli Payton just narrowly misses a home run down the left field line.
And power was certainly the calling card, the thing that brought Holsizer into the Banana Ball Championship League. But he's got some sneaky speed on the bases, and Cowboy Kyle and Bill Leroy, they ought to try and watch him a little carefully.
51 career stolen bases across his minor league career for Holsizer. Payton survives the foul ball into the second deck. Fly-out victim his first time. 1-2 from Lewicks. Chop to the left side. Hosley will flip to second for 1. Olsen over to first, never had a chance at 2. For fielder's choice. Payton replaces Holsizer at first. And now Correll Prime gets to swing it against a member of his pitching staff across the year, last year plus. Payton off for second, throw from Leroy. It wasn't in time, but Payton slid past second and tagged out by Jackson Olsen. Heads up play by the grade 8.
Let's get down to business to defeat hounds. Did they send us puppies when we asked for hounds? We're the baddest bunch they've ever met, and they haven't got a clue. Each day will make the best out of you. Banana Land, we must be swift as a coursing river, with all the force of a great typhoon, with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. Let it go, let it go. It will rise like the break of dawn.
Klenna with Brandon and Jarius, bright young stars over in the Clowns entertainment world. And a couple kids fresh out of the Savannah College of Art and Design get to sing with the guy who spent 14 years on Broadway.
Yeah, and it is so cool to see Derek Klenna getting to pitch in his home state. A guy who, you know, it's kind of fitting that he gets to pitch, sing some Disney songs. When he started his theater journey, he was playing Troy Bolton in High School Musical. And now he's kind of like the Troy Bolton of the Savannah Bananas when you think about his extreme talent coming from Broadway and his prowess on that pitcher's mound. And Klenna will inherit a 1-0 count against Correll Prime, but so far, as long as he has been in the strike zone, he's been effective for the Bananas.
Klenna out of West Covina, California. Another Golden State kid on this Nanner squad as Prime hacks at the first offering. And a backflip catch! D.R. Meadows, how do you do? Fifth trick play of the game for number 5.
3 behind the back, a tip drill, and now a backflip catch for number 5. Up to 5 trick plays on the night, having an unreal night defensively for the Nanners.
The Bananas now up to 8 trick plays overall. They are a quick exchange with his former teammate in Prime. And as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, still knotted at 0-0. Neither squad has pushed a run across. It's been a pitcher's duel between David Griffin and the combined efforts of Nisnik, Whitmore, Luigs, and now Klenna. And as we head to the bottom of the 5th, let's take another journey back in time, because with Jackie Bradley Jr. patrolling center field and getting a swing it here in Angel Stadium, a couple of his iconic moments here. How about July 21st, 2017, putting his body on the line? It was not a robbed homer at the time. With the walls today, it would have been. Chris Sale can't believe it. David Price and company thrilled about it. And then a year later, April 17th, 2018, that ball was demolished out to right. Get yourself a couple replays. What a view from Martin Maldonado behind the dish, as the man, the myth, the legend, Jackie Bradley Jr. joins us on the broadcast. Jackie, do you remember the catch? Do you remember the homer?
I do. Those kind of memories are kind of hard to forget.
Now, Jackie, among all the ballparks that you've gotten to play in throughout your career, where does Angel Stadium kind of stack up against the others?
I'd say top 15.
That's pretty good.
Top 15. The weather's always perfect here. The fans have always been pretty amazing, and I got a chance to play against a lot of good ball players in Angels uniform. So from Albert Pujols, Ohtani, Mike Trout, the list goes on and on.
Jackson Olsen leads off the bottom of the 5th. David Griffin, your ace, has been absolutely fantastic tonight. How much fun is it playing defense behind the former Mets minor leaguer?
It's awesome because he throws strikes. That's the key in this league. He's not going to walk many batters, and he's going to fill up the zone.
Only 1 ball 4 sprint allowed tonight so far for Griffin as he paints the outside corner. 2-2 on Jackie, popped out into that wild Chris Burgess deflection trick play to Correll Prime, and that high slider. Another strikeout. 5th punchy for Griffin tonight.
Now, Jackie, I'd be remiss if I didn't, kind of ask you, last weekend you finally got your first career banana ball home run, a first-inning walk-off shot against Austin Temple.
Yep.
What was that moment like for you? What were you seeing there at the plate?
It was a great moment, just because obviously, you want to do something special for your team, and in that particular moment, winning that inning is what we needed. And sorry, y'all kind of cutting in and out, so I'm just trying to make sure y'all can hear me.
We've got you
loud and clear. Ball and a strike.
But I saw fastball kind of up and in.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't miss it.
No, you didn't.
Get back there. You good? Look at it.
Joe Gray Jr. Tim Trill. No. Jack will be at third on the 3-base trick play missed. First trick play missed in Joe's young banana ball career. Gosh, it looked like he had it, Jackie, until he hit the ground. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, ground impact. And Joe's a solid kid. Yeah, that's a lot of strength hitting the ground.
That's a big boy. Can you imagine? I mean, I'm sure you may have seen videos, but seeing that guy ride bulls down in Mississippi.
Yeah, that's a strong bull too. Holding him.
Yeah. Look out! Burgess, a back pick. Peyton saves the day. Well, you've got your infield in. Inning-winning run at third. Yep. Now Griffin's trying to pick up his left fielder. Danny Hosley at the dish. Jackie, you guys will be in a lot of former big league parks. What's it like playing banana ball in an MLB stadium for you?
It's awesome. It kind of reminds you of, with this many people, sometimes like a playoff atmosphere. Everybody's excited, everybody's pulling for the show, and we're trying to put on a show for them.
Griffin's got to throw a strike here.
Yes.
Ball 4 will win the inning for the Bananas.
Fine. No more depth. Pop up to the infield. Pop up.
Fastball misses. It'll be an unearned run against David Griffin, who had gone 13-plus innings without allowing one. And the Nanners strike first here in Anaheim. Jackie Bradley Jr., thank you so much.
Anytime.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, Jackie. We now set our sights on the Bananas with Guillermo Rodriguez in the middle of our dad bod cheer squad. Guillermo of Jimmy Kimmel fame. To dancing in front of over 45,000 fans with the Bananas in Angel Stadium. What a life for Guillermo. Get a beautiful look at the California waterfall rock landscape out in left center field. One of the many gorgeous attributes of Angel Stadium, and I think we're about to get ourselves a dance performance. An ear-shattering crowd pop here in Angel Stadium for Banana Ball legend Derek Huff. His second fantastic dance performance here in Banana Ball. Last year it was in San Diego for Dancing with the Stars all-time record holder with 6 championships. Nominated for 14 Emmy Awards. Phenomenally talented. Now we go to a phenomenally talented right-hander, the 6'8" Connor Harris. When he's got his control, it's about as tough to hit as anybody in the sport. All arms and legs coming from that high slot, so over the top. As of late, last couple outings, struggling with his control just a tad.
And that's why you've seen the MPI over 5 minutes now for Connor Harris. The earned run average a little inflated as well. Those 4 ball 4 sprints are the most amongst Bananas pitchers, but still, there are a lot of other teams that wish their team leader in ball 4 sprints had just 4 right now. Goes to show just how impressive this Bananas pitching staff is, and Connor Harris hoping for good results against the Indianapolis Clowns and 8, 9, 10 in their order.
Dale Francis Jr., Joe Gray Jr., Kirkland Banks here to kick off the 6th. And Connor's a guy who got here because of his control. Struck out 70, only walked 9 last spring at Winthrop University. Spent his last 2 years at Winthrop after his first 4 were at George Washington. Ball and 2 strikes on Francis Jr., singled his first time.
That strikeout to walk ratio for Harris, you mentioned, Beeks, he's the 5th best in the country last season. So this guy's very used to throwing strikes and does so here. Francis with a laser up in the 3rd deck, but not corralled by the fans.
It's pretty much just 4-seam fastball, 12-6 curve, kick change. Harris tinkering with the slider as the fastball is fouled straight back. Francis hanging tough. And the count even at 2-2. Crowd wanted it. Good call though by Vincent Chapman. Dale is our donut batter. Getting no donuts on this one. Reese Alexiadis, tornado catch with the super after, to the delight of the full capacity crowd in Anaheim.
I mean, what these outfielders are doing tonight for the Bananas are unreal. We saw the back flip from Meadows, now a tornado catch from Alexiadis.
Malachi Mitchell, what do you have for us? Joe Gray struck out his first time. One of the most prolific resumes in the sport. 7 years in minor league baseball, was at one point the number 3 prospect in the Milwaukee Brewers organization. They grabbed him in the 2nd round back in 2018 right out of Hattiesburg High School. Chopper, this is going to be a tough play. Joe can really fly, and there's no play. Infield single for Cowboy Joe Gray.
And that's nice to see. He has not had a lot of success at the plate. Enters tonight with just a 130 batting average on balls in play. That is an abnormal number, not what you're used to seeing. Usually guys are hovering around 300. So it just goes to show he's had a lot of bad luck to start his young banana ball career.
So good speed on first for Kirkland Banks, who flew out to one of DR Meadows' 5 trick plays on the night. His first time. He's got 2 balls and no strikes on him. Nice play, Matt Wolf in foul territory. Mentioned earlier, Joe Gray Jr., a guy who is as farm boy as they come around here. And we got a lot of farm boys in Banana Land. I mean, this is a guy who grew up on a farm with over 350 acres. At its largest, it was over 2,500 acres. Deep out to right center, Alexiadis will track it down with a jump and a slide. With 2 outs, here's Tyler Gillum.
Coming to pitch, the world's tallest pitcher, Dakota Stilts All-Britain.
We're talking about one of our most prolific farm boys in Joe Gray Jr. Nobody's more country than Dakota Stilts All-Britain. The pride of Ellaville, Georgia, whose exploits across his now 6 years in Banana Land have earned him a sign on the freeway down in Ellaville. It's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, and he's awfully proud of that. He is proud so far of the numbers he's put up across his first couple of outings for the Bananas, averaging 3 outs in 2 minutes and 55 seconds. And battles against Jalen Vasquez, the leadoff man for the Clowns, who is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out.
JV's hitting to trick plays in both of his trips to the dish so far tonight. Foul ball not caught by the fans. Although the batting average isn't there for the guy who spent 3 years in the Orioles farm system, JV's been Mr. Clutch. Home runs in each of the Clowns' 2 wins this year. He sprays this one down the left field line. It'll bounce foul. Ty Jackson in defensively, ran out of room. Loses his hat, just leaves it in foul territory.
Well, batting average, it's not always the best reflection of a guy's performance. Vasquez has a 129 OPS plus, a 106 WRC plus. He's been an above average hitter in this league and hits a laser beam right at Jackson Olsen. Sliding grab and a beauty. Stilts, and the Bananas keep the Clowns scoreless.
Let's get it down to Sam Bauman so we can hear from All-Britain.
Hey guys, yeah, Dakota's making his way over here. I don't like being up this side. Dakota, you're gonna help me balance a little bit. Hey, 5 years ago, Mobile, Alabama, wearing pants that your grandma sewed for you. Look around, 45,000 people here to watch you play tonight.
Hey, I tell you, 45,000 is a lot more than 3,500. I just got to give a huge shout out to all the fans that have supported us all the way here. We couldn't do this without y'all. I never take this for granted. It's all thanks to you guys for allowing me to do this. I love y'all. Go Bananas, baby.
Dakota Stilts, All-Britain. I don't like being down. I gotta get down. Bingo, Josh. Whoa.
Thank you, SB.
I'm better now. Hey, thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Robert Anthony Cruz, for helping out our daring sideline reporter. And thank you, Dakota All-Britain. Always great to hear that guy talk. Jesse Cole and company hurling t-shirts at the full capacity crowd. And the new man on the mound, Clark Gilmore, Mr. Irrelevant, as they call him in the Banana Ball draft, the final player selected, pick number 88. And it's because of his trick pitch ability. Finished up his college career at Notre Dame after 3 years at Dartmouth. And he's gone viral a handful of times, mostly because of his pretty mind-boggling behind-the-back pitch. Most recently, getting Jackson Olsen looking in spring training broke the internet in the banana ball world. He's got 10-1 and 2. Ryan Cox, DR Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis. Clowns still yet to push a run across this evening, so once again, they'll need a goose egg defensively to deny the Bananas a point. Means David Griffin's night is done. He was fantastic. There's a trick pitch attempt, ends up behind Cox. Griffin, for his troubles, 4 1/3, 1 unearned run, 5 strikeouts. So cool to get to see him go against this Bananas lineup. Without the trick play missed and left, feel pretty confident Griffin would have ended up with 5 scoreless. You never know. Pitch between the legs misses wide, and Cox, who earned a ball four sprint his first time, will have the same result here in plate appearance number 2. And once again, respecting the Clown sprint defense, Cox content with 1 base. His tour leading 611 OBP coming in just continues to rise.
And once again, he'll be taking off the base paths in favor of designated runner Bryce Grizaffi. And for Clark Gilmore, just trying to figure out his control. He's allowed 8 hits this season. That's his 2nd ball four sprint surrendered. He's also hit 2 batters, so he's kind of been all over the place. And Grizaffi will test the arm of Burgess and swipe second for the 2nd time tonight.
He's now 7 for 7 in steals across 3 games as the Bananas designated runner. Good deke by Matt Wolf. Acted like he had the ball the whole time. Pants dropped, good pickoff here, and Grizz is a dead duck. Caught jumping towards 3rd. And Gilmore with the pickoff. Wolf applying the tag, another look. Oh yeah, nowhere for Grizz to go. You know he was thinking about swiping 3rd right there. That's a heads-up play by an Ivy League man on the mound. As this one's shanked foul, we'll get another 1-2 from Gilmore to Meadows. Hot shot down the right field line. Holsizer can't get there as it falls foul. We will do it again. Now Gilmore, after going viral the first time for his banana ball bullpen, became tremendous friends with JT Sokolov. As DR did go around, according to Seth Markham. First base umpire, DR not thrilled with the call. Clark pulls off the Ronaldo to celebrate. But for 2 guys, and Gilmore and Sokolov, who did not know each other before becoming a part of this banana ball universe, guys who talk on the phone every day these days, help each other with content, talk about how to improve as banana ball players. 1-2 now on Alexiadis.
These are guys who are roommates in Savannah. They spend a lot of time together. And from JT's standpoint, he said Gilmore was very much like a lot of the teammates that he had throughout his college career. It was just a natural friendship. And they even went to the same banana ball tryout in Savannah together.
Still 2-2 on Super Reese. Fly out and a strikeout on his docket tonight. That one is going to end up being a steal of first base. Heck of a play by Burgess. Wow, he made it a lot closer than it should have been. Good job by Matt Wolf. Fundamental banana ball backing that up, although the ball did end up getting all the way to Holsizer. The threat of Wolf being there kept Alexiadis on first. Super Reese, his first swiped first base of the year. 3rd steal overall. And it looks like here comes our bat boy.
6-year-old bat
Tremendous work by that youngster. And young Goldberg stands in. His old Pioneer League buddy leading off first base, representing the inning-winning run. MJG a fly out and strike out today. Lines this one out to right center. Holsizer can't get there, and it gets past JBJ. Oh, miscommunication in the outfield, and the Nanners will walk off their second straight inning. Max Young Goldberg, the first inning ender of his career.
Well, he's starting to get comfortable, and his banana ball career comes through yet again for the Nanners as they extend their lead 2-0 over the Clowns.
Bad boys here in Banana Ball, but tonight we are looking for the ultimate Batman.
Oh, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is more about saving the bases than saving the city. And here's how it's gonna work. These fellas here are going to start here at home and spin around their bat 10 times. They're going to get all dizzy. They're going to take those same bats and they're going to run all the way to first. Once they get to first, they're going to spin around that bat 5 times, and it's going to go the same way for the second and third base all the way home. Are you guys ready for some dizziness? Fellas, are you ready? On your marks, get set, spin. 1, 2, 5 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. All to second base. There they go. They're all to the second. Come on, fellas. Put some pep in your step. Let's get to that third bat. There it is. Pick up that bat. Bat number 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're off the third base. Come on, fellas. We're almost to that finish line. Come on, come on. I know you're starting to feel it, but you got it in you. And here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on to the finish line. Bring it on home. Bring it on home. And your winner, your new protector of the city, ladies and gentlemen, the Batman.
Let her go, Joker. Where is it? It's Frankie Moscatello. Happy birthday, Frankie.
Yeah, happy birthday, Frankie. Good call, Josh. March 27th, 1996. Frankie Moscatello, born in Rocky Point, New York. Tonight, he turns 30 years young. And it's been a nice start to his rookie campaign.
He's getting the strikeouts. He's not exactly working at a lightning quick pace yet, but it is early in his banana ball career. The Bananas have a lot of things, a lot of reasons to feel encouraged about Frankie. And this is a guy who candidly told us he wasn't sure whether he'd wind up drafted onto a banana ball team, but he heard from the Nanners, he heard from the Indianapolis Clowns and said he really thought he was going to be an Indianapolis Clown. Now he is getting to pitch against the team he expected to be drafted to, and facing off against their star Jackie Bradley Jr., who avoids a foul out to a fan on the 1-0 pitch.
2, 3, and 4 in the lineup for the Clowns. First overall pick in the draft, squaring off against the Bananas' 6th rounder. Moscatello went 44 overall. And a bouncer to Max Young Goldberg. He'll flip it under the leg. Moscatello can't get the feed. JBJ looking for 2 bases. He'll get him standing as Leroy's throw goes into center, and that is where Jackie will stay put, with Meadows backing up. The official scoring decision on that one, Josh.
I'm gonna go E1. I don't see a problem with the feed from Young Goldberg to Moscatello coming to the bag. So I'm gonna say that one's on Frankie.
Please welcome the flexibility coach, Amadou
How about Amadou Diallo, 23 years old, born in Guinea, Africa, moved to the U.S. 1 year ago to Columbus, Ohio. One of 2 twins with his brother Al Hassan. And there are not many people on planet Earth who can do that. That is ridiculous.
And I used to think that you were the most impressive person I've ever seen when it comes to moving their body.
Wow, thank you.
Not anymore. You have been usurped.
Yeah, certainly not anywhere near as flexible as Amadou, one half of the Elastic Boys. Check them out on Instagram. They've got over 400,000 followers. That's how we found Amadou. And being, as JBJ taking off for 30, got an unreal jump. No chance for Leroy. Jackie stole that one on Moscatello. His second swiped bag in as many tries. And Bobby Leday talked about it earlier. One of 3 clowns tied for the team lead with 8 runs batted in, trying to separate himself from JBJ and Burgess, who waits on deck. That'll do the job. Well, maybe not as deep as I first thought. Ty Jackson faking behind the back, and it will not get JBJ in.
Well, I think Ty Jackson was trying to deke out Jackie Bradley Jr. Looking like he wanted to go behind the back, see if JBJ would maybe stray off of that third base bag. Instead, Ty just fine with showing off the cannon, keeping him at third base and bringing Chris Burgess to the dish.
And Jackie's ankle still not 100% from the injury that kept him out of the secret Peel games the final weekend of spring training. He can get up to 100% speed-wise when he needs to, but he kind of told me earlier today is preferring to sit in the 75 to 80% effort zone. You saw the play made a couple weekends ago crashing into the wall in Frisco, Texas. I mean, he can move when he needs to. Chris Burgess, turn on a ball just a little early. Foul home run smashed down the left field line. I mean, this is power on power. Frankie Moscatello, one of the harder throwers in the sport, sits 92 to 96, has touched 98. And Burgess jackknifing out of the way of the splitter. 2-2. Right side of the Niners infield is in, left side is halfway. Strike 3. Beautiful front door curve. Catches Burgess looking. What a look.
Yeah, that's just beautiful stuff from Moscatello. Good late movement for the righty, and Nico Holzheiser now. Kind of the last chance for the Clowns to try and get Jackie Bradley Jr. in from third base.
Clowns trying to capitalize on only the 3rd error on the year in 7 games and change for the Bananas. That's how JBJ reached. Then he stole third. He's been there since there were no outs. Nico Holzheiser swings through the center cut heater. 2-1 count. Nico struck out his first time, worked a sprint back in the 5th. Gets the fastball again, leaves the zone, and deuces are wild. The 2-2 from Moscatello to Holzheiser. Splitter misses, count is full. Ball 4 scores a run. Jackie Bradley Jr. leads off third base. First Clown to get there tonight. And Holzheiser works his second sprint of the ball game. JBJ scores easily, and the Clowns notch their first run. It comes at the top of the 7th inning. As Ty was trying to track down Nico, you take a look at Holsizer extending his team lead in ball four sprints, separating himself from JBJ and Joe Lytle, who is at a wedding this weekend.
Well, I think the two things you're getting to see a lot of with Holsizer, the power and the patience, and that usually comes with a lot of guys who hit a lot of home runs. Pitchers will be a little scared to leave one over the plate and wind up getting banged. And now Holsizer has a sprint in 6 of his first 8 career games for the Clowns.
Yeah, and he just tied Kyle Martin for the league lead, 9 apiece. Those are 2 professional bats right there. Over 300 combined pro home runs between Martin and Holsizer. Pretty similar profiles. Back pick, Nico back in time. Fantastic eyes, and guys who can hit the ball 500 feet when they square it up. Eli Payton 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out. Dangerous pitch coming to a guy with 2 long balls on the tour. Hit them both in that second series against the Party Animals. One off Garrett Delano, the other off Brett Helton. He will earn the sprint, and with the ball going all the way to the backstop, Holsizer could score. Yeah, he's getting the wave around from Foyro. And the tap to, no, he ends up parking it. Ty Jackson, the 7th and final fielder behind the pitcher and catcher, who needed it. Tony and Nico having a chat about what just happened. So Payton the first 2-base sprint against the Bananas tonight. And 2 men in scoring position for the former Nanner Correll Prime. Liner right back up the chute. That will plate at least 1. Payton getting the wave around. DR's got a cannon. Throw home, not in time. Clutch knock for prime time. 2 stakes for the former Rockies farmhand, and it's a 3-run top of the 7th.
He had 3 runs batted in last Sunday for the Indianapolis Clowns, coming via double and a ball 4 sprint. Now has a clutch 2-out single that brings in 2 more runs for the Clowns here in the 7th.
Malachi Mitchell will take over for his former Bananas teammate. Pick off at first, close, but flash back in time. The baton passed to Dale Francis Jr., the Dunkin' Donut hitter of the night. And oh no, wow, Malachi looked like he was going to be picked off. MJG couldn't get the scoop. And it'll end up being the 2nd error on the inning for Frankie Moscatella. As you take a look, it was a laser beam right towards the diving Flash. The Nanners came into this ball game with 2 errors on the year, best in banana ball. Frankie Moscatello's got 2 errors here in the top of the 7th. Can never predict banana ball. Firm fastball for strike 1. Sword on a curveball from Moscatello. The Bananas want the crowd to get some free donuts. Moscatello can't deliver on that 0-2 all the way up to the 3rd deck, not caught. Dale single his first time, flew into the tornado catch, and a deep fly out to Alexiadis in right his last time. Easy take for Francis. The crowd is hungry for some sweet treats. And that ball yanked foul with some chutzpah. We get another one, too. Good battle between Moscatello and Dale Francis Jr. That's a good take. Count even at 2-2.
Well, he seems to be hitting his spots with catcher Bill Leroy. Only real issue is just the battling off by Francis Jr. and some good takes as well. Showing a shrewd eye. And once again, battling off another pitch foul. Now 7 in this sequence between the two righties and an 8th coming up.
Bill Francis Jr., a guy who hit over 400 both his years at Erskine. Got a heck of an eye. And bounces this one through the 6-hole. Malachi Mitchell getting the wave around. Ty Jackson's throw will come into second. How about this 2-out rally from the Clowns? 2 sprints and then back-to-back singles. And they have played at 4 now in the 7th. And Dale, who came in 1 for 13 in his young banana ball career, 2 for 3 on the night. Doubles his RBI total on the tour.
Strikeouts have kind of been the thing plaguing him early in his career. Great to see him also as the Dunkin' Donut batter, still without a strikeout tonight.
That was a heck of a fight. From the Floridian, bringing in his fellow Sunshine State pal. And now a 2-0 count on Joe Gray Jr. Struck out his first time. Singled an inning ago. Looking to keep the merry-go-round going. I think they're called merry-go-rounds, actually. Towering pop. Ryan Cox, tip drill, puts it away. But 4 runs come across with 2 down as the Clowns capitalize on 2 Moscatello errors and have a golden opportunity to cut the Bananas 2-0 lead in half. Cox with the trick play there. That's only the 2nd from the Bananas infield tonight. They've gotten 8 between DR Meadows and Reese Alexiadis in the outfield. You take a look at DR. Tip drill, 3 behind the back catches, the backflip catch that you see right now. And then Super Reese, it's been a force to be reckoned with out in right as well. Couple tip drills, the tornado catch. Clowns currently down 10-5 in the trick play department, as they've got 6 defensive outs to try and earn the equalizer point.
Yeah, and they've certainly been trying their hardest. Of course, the Joe Gray missed trick play in left field seemed to spell some trouble, led to that first point of the game for the Nanners. But the Clowns with a big opportunity here with Clark Gilmore back on the bump, and Holsizer will get the lazy fly ball in right field, tip it up to himself, and grab trick play number 6 for the Clowns tonight.
Number 2 on the year for Holsizer. Right on cue. Kyle Jackson for the fans, not caught. KJ having a superb 3rd World Tour, 2nd full season in banana ball. Runner-up for the Rookie of the Year last year, taking on Clark Gilmore, is out for his 2nd inning of relief. Little check swing will end up off the netting. Kyle Jackson comes in hitting .421, a .542 on base percentage, which somehow is only 3rd best on the Bananas behind Cox and Meadows. Trick pitch does not land for Gilmore. Goes back to hurling it the old-fashioned way into the 2nd deck. Perfect catch! The fan wants it to not be true, but you cannot reverse that. First foul out to the fans tonight, and it takes care of KJ. That'll be a DQ shake snag. Guy who caught that foul ball won free DQ for his route, and you can win at home by scanning this QR code to download the DQ app to earn your own rewards. Mid-inning pitching change. Fisher Polydorov, old Knuckles, floats one in. Throws about 95% knuckleballs, and Gets a soft foul ball from Bill Leroy. Look out! Plunks the Bananas backstop, who is absolutely irate. It's beautiful. Another look. Yeah, sometimes the knuckleball goes where you want it, sometimes it does not. It's the most unpredictable pitch in baseball, and therefore the same goes for banana ball. For those who may not know, the knuckleball, you want as little rotation as possible. You just let the elements take the ball and let it dance for you. Olsen giving the fans some more action. And that bounces off the second deck. Jackie 0 for 2. He's fouled out and struck out so far tonight. Here in World Tour number 4, as we finally get a ball for Polydorov. Comes from Easton Parish in the dugout. And that's going to be a fair ball. Chris Burgess, what do you got for us? He's just going to tap it right to Jackson Olsen. That's a 2 unassisted in the book. And Polydorov able to strand his hit batsman on first. You get another look here. Oh, yeah. Put some funky English on that one. Good showmanship from Burgess. We got a full slate tomorrow night here in the Banana Ball Championship League. It starts at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Party Animals YouTube channel. Loco Beach Coconuts against the aforementioned Animals. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern, we've got double-barreled banana ball action. Tailgaters and firefighters duel it out on the Firefighters YouTube channel from Scottsdale, Arizona. And then the Nanners and Clowns have the finale right here from Angel Stadium. Once again on the Bananas YouTube channel. You can also watch on the ESPN app, Disney Plus, and you can listen in Spanish on the Bananas YouTube as well.
Yeah, it's looking like a very interesting slate. I can't wait to see the Coconuts battle it out against the Party Animals for the first time. And tomorrow the Clowns get to play as the home team against the Savannah Bananas, which will be a really unique game for them here in Angel Stadium.
1-0 count on Kirkland Banks, the 10-hitter, as Grant Besser is the new man on the mound for the Bananas. 6th Nanner to toe the slab tonight. A lot of action coming from the Bananas bullpen after Misnick went 3 2/3 scoreless. And that'll be 4 straight bad ones to Kirkland Banks, who's content with 1 base on his first sprint of the affair. A couple flyouts so far tonight. 10-hitter is aboard for the Big Boppers at the top. And Besser with 5 straight balls to start his outing.
It was a long inning for Frankie Moscatello in the 7th, over 12 minutes. Besser trying to speed up the pace of play. He's finally able to get one over the plate, put in play, and Olsen rushes this one over to Ryan Cox, gets the force out, and now 1 down here in the top of the 8th.
Take a look, Besser, look out! Wow, my gosh. Spooky one there, and honestly a tougher play than it looked for Olsen, having to avoid Banks rumbling into second. Now Jackie Bradley Jr. with the ball and a strike on him. Besser, one of the best changeups in the sport. Fastball, circle change, and a slurve. You saw the slurve right there. 2-1 on JBJ.
And again, the rookie just has to make sure he doesn't speed himself up too much as this one's rolled over to Cox. Between the legs and behind the back flip to Jackson Olsen. Will get the lead runner, but the Nanners unable to turn 2. As that is now 11 trick plays in the ball game for the Savannah Bananas and 2 tonight for the Glove Magician.
Back-to-back fielders' choices as Bobby Leday. Linia right through the middle. has his first knock of the night, now 1 for 4. Couple clowns on the bases with 2 outs as Chris Burgess takes the knee guards off. And we'll swing a couple flyouts and a strikeout looking. As Burgess quickly behind 0-2. Proud of Lithonia, Georgia. And he will send a chopper to Cox. Another trick play from the glove magician. Certified by MJG over at first. Besser works around the leadoff sprint, and the Bananas up 12-6 in the trick play battle with only 3 defensive outs still for the Clowns in their search for the equalizer point.
Yeah, that really puts a nail in the coffin for the Savannah Bananas and making sure the Clowns don't earn that equalizer point tonight. So the big focus for the Clowns here in the bottom of the 8th inning is just making sure you keep the Bananas off the board and do not give them any more of a padding in terms of that point differential going into your final inning of play.
So to the bottom of the 8th we go. The Bananas lead 2-1. They've been out-hit 6-3. But capitalized on a trick play missed back in the 5th inning, leading to their first point. And then a walk-off RBI double for Max Young-Goldberg in the 6th. The difference as you get a quick look at the numbers from Drew Irvine here in his rookie campaign. He's got Rack, Hosley, and Cox, bottom 3 in the order. As the fastball misses up, Irvine out of Clive, Iowa, pitched at the University of Iowa, as this is a towering pop for the fans to take a swing at. They catch it! Oh! How about the youngster in the Loco Beach Coconuts jersey? Heck of a snag on a moon scraper of a foul pop.
Rack is in utter disbelief. I don't even think the Clowns were able to fully wrap their head around that spectacular play by the youngster here in the bottom of the 8th.
DK! Shake snacks! Ty Jackson,
LFG as the kids say,
has a hit in his first plate appearance of the evening, swinging it in Danny Hosley's 9-hole spot. Started as the extra hitter, tie into left. Rack has moved into the extra hitter role. And now Ryan Cox, a couple sprints on the night, will swing it.
You know what's also interesting? Those 2 foul outs, man. 2 of the most popular guys on the Savannah Bananas, Rack and KJ, they're the victims.
Just never know. Ball and a strike on Ryan Cox. And bouncer barehanded by Irvine. He knocks it down, underhand flip to first in time. Athletic play by the former Pirates minor leaguer as Jackson the inning-winning run into scoring position. Get another look. 6'3" righty. Showing off his reflexes. Guy who hadn't pitched since he was in the Australian Baseball League, winter of 2023, where he broke his arm as DR up the middle. Jackie Bradley Jr. showing off the arm. Never had a chance. As Ty Jackson scores. DR his 3rd walk-off of the year. And the Nanners up 3-1 going to the 9th.
Well, it's a little breathing room for the Nanners and another multi-hit game for DR Meadows. Now 5 trick plays and a walk-off tonight.
Pull out your phones, turn on your flashlights, and we're going to light up the sky here in Anaheim. And I want you to join in and sing as loud as you can, A Little Yellow. Here we go. Keep it going. We love you so much, Banana Nation. Now let's go Bananas!
Powerful scene here at Angel Stadium. Over 45,000 fans on hand. The 518th straight sold-out crowd, and now the young professor will speak to the folks here in Anaheim.
Sound of the bells means it's time to cast our gaze on the scoreboard. Heading into the top of the inning, the score is 3 points for the Bananas to 1 point for the Indianapolis Clowns. Here's the thing about the game of banana ball. In the final inning, every run counts for a point. That means that right now, the Indianapolis Clowns are as dangerous as ever. On the other hand, the Savannah Bananas need just 3 outs to lock down a victory here tonight in Anaheim. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get loud because this is the final inning.
It all comes down to this, the top of the 9th, where every run scored counts as a point. A 2-point lead for the Savannah Bananas, as the Clowns have Nico Holsizer, Eli Payton, and Correll Prime due to swinging. 13 years of minor league baseball experience between Holsizer and Prime. But a formidable foe, 60 feet and 6 inches away from them. Danny Hosley, one of the best pitchers in the history of the sport. The Vienna, Virginia native has been at the peak of his powers here in his 4th World Tour.
Already with 4 saves this season for the Bananas, only 4 hits allowed, 9 strikeouts, tied for the 2nd most in 2026. And opponents own just a .211 batting average against the dominant right-hander. Righties, they're batting .286 against Hosley's. The lefties are still hitless against him. And a big reason is because of that Vulcan changeup. And when you're a right-hander, throwing that changeup against guys batting the opposite hand in that left-handed batter's box, it is always one of the most effective pitches you can possibly throw. And clearly it has been working out for Danny Do-It-All here in the 1st year of the BBCL.
Here's Holsizer. Fastball, chopped to 3rd. KJ behind the back. He'll grab the trick play, 1 pitch, 1 out for Hosley. As Holsizer finally breaks away from the 3 true outcomes. He had a strikeout and a couple sprints. And it looks like we're about to get a golden batter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Indianapolis Clowns are invoking the golden batter rule. Batting in place for Eli Payton is your golden batter, Jackie Bradley Jr.
Makes sense. When you've got a former big league all-star, 2-time World Series champ, ALCS MVP, you go to JBJ when you need a man to get aboard. Clowns chasing 2. Can tie the game as soon as they have somebody reach base.
First time he's appearing as the golden batter with the Clowns. He was the golden batter for the Savannah Bananas last year in Fenway Park as a guest player. Blew out, but now has the opportunity to try and make a big impact here in the final inning of play as the Clowns are hunting 2 points.
Shattered bat. Looper out to left. Rack for out number 2. JBJ got his first look at the Vulcan changeup. Round 1 goes to Danny Hosley. The Clowns down to their final out. Teammates, the fastest of friends. Face off in front of over 45,000. Correll Prime 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. Prime, Hosley, and Ty Jackson, an inseparable trio last year. Everywhere we went on the second. No reason to get crazy. Primetime passes the baton, and the Clowns bring the game's tying run to home plate as Flash takes over for Correll.
Third hit of the game for Correll Prime, having a big night when he really needed it. Hasn't had the hottest start to the tour, but has kept this game going for Dale Francis Jr., a guy who was known for his pop, had 14 or more home runs in each of his last 3 collegiate seasons.
Foul ball. A ball and a strike on the Clowns' designated hitter. 2 for 3 with a run driven in so far tonight. Changeup misses. The 2-1. Look out into the Clowns dugout. In Indianapolis, down to their final strike. Deuce is wild. 2-2 from Hosley to Francis Jr. Chopped foul will do it again. Another 2-2. Foul away. Hosley went after him with the gas. Francis just missed it.
I mean, this guy is proving tonight that he is a battler in late inning situations. Went 8 pitches against Moscatello before getting the single. Now he has run the count full, and we'll see at least 8 pitches from Danny Hosley.
The payoff. Swing and a miss. The Vulcan changeup gets the game-winning strikeout as the Savannah Bananas improve to a league best 7-1 and take the first ever battle against the Indianapolis Clowns.
I mean, you just see, there aren't many revolutions on a Vulcan changeup that come out of the hand of Danny Hosley. It is so hard to pick up on in that batter's box. And his best friend and teammate Ty Jackson, the first man to leap into his arms and celebrate win number 7 this year for the Savannah Bananas, continuing to set the pace in the Banana Ball Championship League, and it has certainly come on the backs of their pitching staff yet again.
Derek Klenner will sing as the Nanners perform their victory dance.
You better hit the right and hit the left now. Turn around and slide. We made it through all the tears and all the years. We need to move. Me and you, we got a one step, one step. Oh, things will fall there. Living more than enough to get up and out your chair. Let's go. Celebrate with me tonight. Celebrate like we got time. So lucky to have you in my life. Hey, you better hit the right and hit the left now. Turn around and slide. Let's go Bananas, baby! Celebrate with me tonight. Celebrate like we got time. So lucky to have you in my life. You better hit the right and hit the left now. Turn around now. One more time. Hit the right and hit the left now. Turn around and slide.
One more time for your Savannah Bananas! And now, playing their first game at a Major League Stadium, let's also hear for the Indianapolis Clowns! Fans, thank you so much much. Sold out crowd, 45,000. You brought the electricity, you brought the energy. We appreciate your love. You're the reason why we do what we do. So we're gonna have our captain break it down right now with a Banana Land tradition. Anaheim! You know what? I'm gonna say it. You guys are the best crowd that we've experienced across this entire country. You guys showed up at Disney. You showed up here tonight. You showed up last year. And from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for believing in this thing and being the best fan base in the entire world. We get to live our dreams because of your love and your support. Now, I do want to talk about something that I believe is even more important. I don't know what you came in here with tonight. I'm not sure what phase of life that you're going through, what struggles you guys may be experiencing, but I hope you felt loved, and I hope you felt welcome here in the ballpark tonight. I hope you feel like you belong, and I hope you experience joy, because that's the most important thing about this whole thing that we do. It's about experiencing joy as human beings, and it's bigger than a game. It's bigger than competition. I love the Clowns. I love all my brothers out here on the Crowns, all my brothers on the Bananas. It's much bigger than a game. And I hope you had just as much fun as we did tonight. So around the ballpark, I want to break it down as one big family, because that's what we are tonight. So everybody put your hands up high. I like that. I got a feeling you guys are about to be really loud. I need to know something before we break it down. Are you ready? It was all right. My boys back here said there's 45. Ty says y'all got something more. I said, are you ready? Hands up. We're going to break it down on fans first, on 3. 1, 2, 3. We love you, Anaheim. Thank you so much.
Always awesome getting to hear from the 9-year nanner himself, the Duke of Dublin, Georgia, Bill Leroy. As you get a look at our showman of the game, DR Meadows, 2 for 4 at the dish. The walk-off in the 8th inning. And defensively, 5 trick plays, 3 behind the back, tip, drill, a backflip catch. What more could you ask for?
I mean, he's just been unbelievable to start yet another world tour for the Savannah Bananas. A guy who was leading the team with the most runs over a replacement player entered tonight with a 9.8. And from a trick play standpoint, the level of difficulty tonight for DR Meadows was really, I mean, it was challenging for him. He had 3 behind-the-back catches, a backflip catch as well, had yet another multi-hit game for the Savannah Bananas. I mean, he has always been known for just being able to put an a great all-around performance on the field for fans, and that was the case once again tonight here in Anaheim, California.
And it's part of the beauty of Banana Ball against a team absolutely chock full of minor league talent in the Indianapolis Clowns. You got a JUCO guy who maxed out at D2 in college, DR Meadows, one of the best players in the history of our sport, showing you why tonight. I mean, he was the 2024 Banana Ball MVP for a reason. He just brings every aspect of this game to the table nearly each and every night.
I mean, he is incredibly talented. He's got a lot of confidence as well whenever he's at the plate, and he doesn't try and do too much. We know that DR's never been known for his power, but son of a gun, it's like Moneyball. He gets on base. He just keeps racking up hits, and that is a main reason he was a coach franchise pick for the Savannah Bananas, an easy one for Gillum and Virant.
It's a very young tour. We're only 8 games in. He came into the night hitting .522. He goes 2 for 4, so he's still hitting above 500. It's pretty ridiculous what the doctor is doing here in his 4th World Tour. Let's hear from the man himself. From that, we'll get it down to SB.
Josh, he's serenading me. He's having that kind of night. He can do everything. DR, our showman of the game here. We talk about the 5 trick plays. We saw the backflip behind the back. the tip drill. Where's the creativity come from when you're watching a ball just drop out of the sky?
I mean, give all glory to God, first of all. And, you know, the Clowns came out swinging tonight. Haven't got that action in I don't know how long out there. But, you know, those guys can really hit the ball and give me a lot of opportunities tonight. And whatever way the ball takes me, you know, I just don't do the backflip. I can do whatever, so.
Center fielder leading the league right now in trick plays. But you said that wasn't what you were going for tonight?
No, we're coming for a win. Those guys put up a dogfight tonight and come the 5th or 6th inning. I mean, it was a dogfight, so, you know, we prevailed, and our lineup is nasty.
Hey, here's a guy who was fighting for us tonight. Hey, get on in here. Noah, come here. No, yeah, hey, Noah, come here. Yeah, Niz, you go out there. Just dialed in today. Was it Disneyland? Was it knowing DR was going to catch everything that went his way?
There's a couple different things. First of all, it's definitely because you doubted me earlier and told me I wasn't going to get interviewed.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I kind of use that as the fuel. So really, I got to credit it to you.
That's it.
And then obviously, you have DR out there, no fly zone, just trying to get him his work in, get some trick plays out there for the boys. Because I mean, plain and simple, that's what I do. Last year, 47% of my house were trick plays, so we're trying to get that a little higher.
Guys, yeah, one last question for the both of you. It's from Banana Ball backstage. Our 10-year-old friend Riley. Oh, hold on. Would you grab that for? Yeah, you guys want to just? Yeah, can you hold that for me? Yeah, you hold that for me. Thanks. 10-year-old Riley wants to know: do you guys like bananas?
Yes. I frequent bananas. I eat them, a lot of potassium, and I think it fuels me.
I like dancing fruit.
I just want to hot dog.
Yeah, wait, guys, we gotta eat. It's delicious, bro. Can I get that? Here we go.
Yeah. Whoa.
Do we have to do more? Here we go, John.
Thank you, our favorite Glizzy Gladiator, Sam Bauman, down there with DR Niz, Cox and company, with Josh Strelewski, Biko Scala, with, feels like the sun itself blaring on us in this booth here at Angel Stadium. Thank you for spending your Friday night with us here in virtual Banana Land, and happy Big Tiger Friday to all who celebrate. So the Nanners continue to show why they are the best team in this sport, just 8 games into a very young season after clinching the first spot in the Banana Ball Open last Sunday with the sweep of the Loco Beach Coconuts. They take care of business tonight, 3-1 victory over the Clowns.
And look, it was a pitcher's duel to start this ball game tonight. Nisnik and Griffin were just swapping zeros through the first 4 innings of play. But here's the thing, the Bananas finally started to come alive in those middle innings. And there was a message that Dan Ober sent to the Bananas after their win on Sunday against the Loco Beach Coconuts. He wanted to see the Bananas put up better battles in those middle innings. He said he felt like they were throwing away some at-bats. That certainly was not the case tonight against the Indianapolis Clowns. And Dan Oberst, I know, was very proud of what they were able to do. And for that pitching staff, they kept the Clowns to only 1 extra base hit tonight. And they were tied for the tour lead in homers entering this game. They only had a double in tonight's contest coming from Correll Prime. So a really impressive job yet again by this Bananas pitching staff.
They kept the Clowns extra base hitless until the second to last batter of the ballgame. They also only allowed 4 runs. They left it just for the 8th inning. They were all under. So it's a pretty darn impressive pitching performance from the Nanners led by Noah Nisnik. Let's take a look again at what's on the docket tomorrow, because we have not just 1, not just 2, but 3 games. 3 Banana Ball games for you tomorrow. It will start in Conway, South Carolina, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Party Animals YouTube channel as they play the Loco Beach Coconuts for the first time ever. Then at 10 p.m. Eastern, you get the Tailgaters and Firefighters from Scottsdale, Arizona on the Firefighters YouTube channel at the exact same time. Josh and I will have the conclusion to this 2-game set between the Clowns and the Bananas in Anaheim. It'll be on YouTube, once again also on the ESPN app, Disney+, and if you would like to watch in Spanish, and if you can speak or understand Spanish, I highly recommend you listen to Jose Chito Benitez. You can do that on the Nanners YouTube channel as well. So, the tour continues tomorrow. Cannot wait to see how it unfolds. Big thank you to our entire cast and crew. It starts with our folks in the control room, our director Chris Haynes, and all of our wonderful folks on the replay, on the graphics, running the sound. You are superstars on the other side of the country. And for our people here in Anaheim, our camera operators, our engineers, our A1s, our A2s, that's right, not just 1, but producer Josh Richardson. For Sam Bauman down on the field, Josh Polewski up in the booth. I am Nico Scala saying so long for now. Make sure to check out Party Animals and Coconuts at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then get 2 screens ready for Tailgaters, Firefighters, and Bananas Clowns tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern. Until we see you then, we will.
Chances, risk